to Fun Food and Facts. I'm Samantha. I'm going to be your host tonight. So excited to have all of you on. We've got Jenny doing some fun. We've got Pam Callahan doing some food. We've got me later on doing some facts, which I'm really excited about all three. And without further ado, we're just going to jump right into the videos. We're going to start out with Pam Callahan because she's doing food. And then we're going to go to Jenny. So hang on a second while I transfer everybody over and unmute them. Here you are, Pam Callahan. And this is the wonderful, amazing director, Pam Callahan. Take it away.
Hello. I am so excited to be able to share this recipe with you and have it in conjunction with our wonderful mandolin, which is our Say Yes offer. So I'm going to be making pickles. Refrigerator pickles. Now this recipe was on the Tupperware website, so that's why I picked it, and it's under mandolin. So when you look under product knowledge, a lot of times you'll find recipes for that particular product. So I found this, and it's really easy, and cucumbers are now just coming into season, and so is dill. So I picked some dill from my garden, and well, I had a couple of cucumbers from my garden, but I cheated. I went to the farmer's market and got these, and I got them already prepared by chopping them. They said chop them in half, so 2 cucumbers chopped in half. So you can see I don't have big pieces. But the thing that I have to start first before I slice is actually the pickling brine. Now they say you can use it in the micro pitcher, the 1 quart micro pitcher, but I don't have that. So I'm going to do it with my Chef Series 1 quart saucepan. And so that's 2 cups of water in there. And then it calls for ½ a cup of vinegar. That's the brine part, so you definitely need that. So I'm pouring that in there, and then I have to eyeball it. Now, our measuring cups that we have now are blue, the ones that can go in the microwave. So if you're wondering, what the heck is Pam using? This is what I'm using. Using the old version, because that's what's in my kitchen. Just same thing, just a different color. All right, so, and they're dark blue now, obviously. So I'm going to pour that in there, and I'm going to turn the stove on. The gas stove, there we go. Turn that on, and it calls for 1 tablespoon of sugar and 1 tablespoon of salt. And basically you're just mixing that all up so that it has a chance to melt. And okay, so that's it. And so while that's melting, I'm going to slice up the cucumbers. Now, as you all know, I'm very short. So when I found out that the mandolin, you have to have leverage. So I am now going to get taller. Ta-da! I'm standing on my step stool because you need leverage in order to make this work. And I didn't figure this out for the longest time. I'm like, man, I'm having trouble with this mandolin. So you have to be over it. So, and with the food handler, that's what this thing's called.
Kelly, can you push your camera down just a little bit so we can see what you're doing?
Oh yeah, good idea.
Thank you.
All right, now you can't see me, but there you go.
It's temporary because we want to see this.
Okay, all right. So you push down on the white part, not the red part. So you push down like that, and so don't let the nails go all the way through your cucumber, and then you just go slide down like that. And it actually gave in the instructions that you're supposed to put this on a number 4 for the recipe for the pickles. Okay, and so push down a little bit more. See, it stabbed it right through those nails. I never get anywhere near the blade. Just gently, because this is very soft fruit. Not like a potato. When you do a potato in a mandolin, you don't have to push it that far. So I'm going to do that. I'm going to do another one here. Sometimes with cucumbers, people like to seed them. I'm going to thing's tall. Don't worry, I won't cut my fingers off. All right. So we're going to cut up a whole bunch of these cucumbers and make all of these wonderful slices. So I'm going to put them in our freezer container. So I'm getting short again. Okay. All right. So our freezer containers are all on sale now. This is a perfect time to talk about not just, you know, making your refrigerator pickles, but to talk about our freezer and how you save your food. So you have these two guys, which are perfect for your soups and stews, and then you have these, which years ago they called square rounds. You got a set of 4, and they're on sale. Normally in the catalog they're $28, and in our little flyer now they are just $15. These tall ones are just $15, so $7.50 a piece. This is like a great deal. And then you get the whole complete set, which would include the 4 smaller ones. And then here I come. Look, you get all of these guys for just $50. So this is a fantastic savings. And I learned something when I was getting ready for today's little event here, that we have our stain guard technology. And our stain guard technology, if you don't know if your container has it or not, there's this new symbol, and it has a C. You can't see it, but it has a C and then like a little parentheses behind it. So that means that it's stain guard. And stain guard means that you can, what I recommend if you're going to be putting something in here that you know is going to possibly stain it, just rinse it out first with cold water, and then you can have no problems when you put your spaghetti sauce or anything like that in here. Somebody asked if these are airtight, liquid tight squares. As long as you have them on all 4 corners, they are. And there you go. Hear that snap? You know it's all shut. So these are very popular, especially this time of year when produce starts coming in and people have too many, you know, cucumbers and zucchini, and they want to shred things. So you can get your cucumber slices all ready. And let me see what my stuff is doing there. Not quite melted yet. I'll keep melting it. Need a spoon. I did find, let me give this a quick spoon, stir. Gotta melt that salt and the sugar together. And then we're gonna put all these cucumbers, let me stand back here, all these cucumbers in my container so I can freeze them. Now, Tupperware recommends, guess which container? The Piccadilly. And so that's a really good container to do this too, but I thought, hey, these are on sale. This is what I want to talk about, so that people know that, you know, that they have them. And they are flexible. Our freezer containers are very flexible so that they're easy to do and easy to get food out of. I found online, so if you Google Tupperware freeze it containers, they used to be called freezer mates. So there's this wonderful chart that you can like know how much food, like poultry, chicken breasts, and a small will fit 1 piece, and then a medium one. They used to have different names, but they're the same cup size as the ones that we have now. So you just match them up like that, and so you can know how much is going to fit in. And this is, they have another container that I don't have. It's a great big freezer container. Yeah, and yeah, Patricia, I saw that too. The large 2-box. So this is a really good one for, you know, baked goods or cookies, or you can have like boneless, skinless chicken breasts and flash freeze them and store them in there. So there's wonderful, I'm getting tall again, hold on. I need to cut some more cucumbers because I'm hearing my brine liquid starting to come to a boil. And I did find this by trial and error, that if you push away from you, it works a lot better than side to side, like how I'm doing now. What do we got here now? We're getting a pile. We need a lot. because these are going to be for refrigerating pickles. It's a little bit different than actual canning pickles. So this is a great recipe to do at a party. Everyone can have a chance to slice up cucumbers. There we go. One more cucumber to go.
Ma'am, we had a question. Do you mind answering while you're slicing?
No, that's fine.
Okay. If you push down on the red, won't it help push the food down so you can use almost all of it?
I never did that. Let me try and do that. Look, there it fell off, so that's not so good. Yeah, I'm trying that. That works better. Thanks.
Okay, great.
All right, so I got my cucumbers. This is done. And I don't want to pour, obviously, boiling liquid into my plastic container here. So I'm going to let it cool. And then we'll come back, or that will be my section of, let me get, here's my face. So I'm just going to put these cucumbers right in here like that. And hopefully it will fill it up. And then you just top with dill. You don't have to add the dill, but I like dill so much, I'm going to add in a sprig of dill. And it's got to be fresh dill. I mean, I guess in a pinch you could use dried dill, but the fresh dill is so much better. I love fresh dill. So that's what we're going to do. So I'm going to layer it a little bit with some fresh dill in the middle. And there we are. We'll be all set. So that's my food for tonight.
Awesome. And I'm actually pulling up the recipe now so we can post it on Champion, because I know I just found it on Tupperware, exactly where you said it was. But this way we have it posted on Champion. But there's a lot of other recipes that you guys can try out, guys. All right, yeah. So thank you. I didn't know that making pickles was that easy, and I love pickles. So guess who's making pickles? All right, anybody have any questions or comments or anything for Pam Callahan? Because you guys are so chatty today. What's up with that? Usually it's so much chatter, and I love it, but you guys are quiet. Did you guys all need naps today?
Or maybe this was so simple they didn't have any questions.
That's very true.
It's really fast and easy.
Yeah, that's what Patricia said, fast and easy. Okay, cool. Well, thank you so much for coming on today and making pickles. I hope you wanted to make pickles at home, and that's what you wanted.
I did. That's why I picked the recipe.
Oh, good. All right, wonderful. All right, let me switch.
I don't know how long they last, Patricia, but I would not assume too long because they're fresh. I would assume a month because they're in Tupperware.
Yeah. Maybe a week, I think.
Oh, no, longer than that.
Yeah, they literally last longer than
They'll
that.
be even better after they marinate a little bit, I think, you know?
Okay, I'm going to switch off here. Wait a minute, I think Jenny's still muted. Are you muted?
I don't know, am I?
No, you're not muted. Good. Okay, so we have another fabulous, amazing, wonderful director, Jenny Cheatham, and she's going to bring us some fun on party planning. Am I right?
Hostess coaching.
Oh,
yes.
That's what I meant. Hostess coaching. I'm sorry. I should let you talk. All right. Take it away.
Okay, so when we talk about Tupperware parties, one of the things that we tell people is that Tupperware parties are fun. And they are. Hi, Kendra. You know, Tupperware parties are fun. They're as fun as you make it, as fun as your hostess wants to make it. But one of the things where the fun has to start, if they're going to be fun, is with your host coaching. Because your host has to know that she's going to have fun while she's having her party. So it's really, 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 really important that you have a good time with your host and get that relationship built before the party. Because you don't want to just, you know, ship her off some books and some catalogs or hand her a bag full of stuff and say, see you in 2 weeks, thanks a lot. First off, that's not fun. And second off, it's not going to be a good party if you do that. So what I want to start with is there's hostess coaching for a home party. There's hostess coaching for a Facebook party, and there's hostess coaching for a catalog party. Now, amazingly enough, most of that is the same. There's some differences if you're going to be in the home. One of the things about, excuse me, I don't know what that's going on, about the hostess coaching is getting them involved. So the first thing you want to do with your host is find out what she wants, get her wish list. And you can make that fun. Give her a catalog, tell her, give her a catalog just to play with. Tell her to circle things. She can cut pictures out and paste it on something if she wants to, if she's going to do it on Facebook so that she can show people what she's working for. And then you can tell them how much free stuff she got at the end of the party. That's always good. But you want the hostess to know, you want her wish list. You want to know what she wants. And once you get that wish list, you can figure out how big her party needs to be for her to get all of that free. So then you communicate with your hostess and you say, hey, I think it's fantastic that you want all this stuff. That's great. And, for you to get the grill and the vent and serves and this, that, and the other, you have to have we need to work on your party being $1,100. And, then you'll get half price things and you can get all this stuff and it's not going to cost you near what it would if you just came to a Tupperware party and bought it. So you want to get her excited about that. She needs to get her friends excited. And that's something she needs to do because you don't know her friends more than likely. Send out invitations, and you can send out the sales flyer, but you can send out fun invitations too. Just little postcards, or they have invites at the dollar store. You can go there and get them. Just anything that's kind of cute, catching. People like to get mail, so they pay attention to things they get in the mail. When I get something in the mail and it's an invitation to something, I hang it on my refrigerator. When I get an invite on Facebook, I half the time don't even look at it. But if they're going to do Facebook invites, excuse me, I am so sorry. If they're going to do Facebook invites, there's a couple things that you want to coach them to do. You don't want them sending out Facebook invites to 542 people just because they're on their friends list. Those people are not going to attend. I don't care if it's a Facebook event. I don't care if it's a home party. That many people aren't coming. So I try and stick to between 25 and 30 if they're going to send out Facebook invitations. But here's something I learned today from one of the girls at my team meeting, that if you send the invites over Facebook Messenger, and instead of putting, hi, I'm having a Tupperware party on the 2nd of August. I'd love to have you there. It's at 7 o'clock at my house. Just have them take a selfie of themselves with maybe a sign that says, are you in? Or are you coming? Or you're invited. But what that does is if they just send the picture over Facebook Messenger, you can tell if they've opened it up and seen it. Because when you send a picture over Facebook Messenger, all it says is that you have sent a message. They can't see anything until they open it. So if they want to know what you're sending the message about, they have to open the message. And then you can tell if they've seen it, which is great. Even with a catalog party. With a catalog party, you still want to get their wish list. You want to work with them to know how much they need to get. And then the other thing you want to do with your hostess is give her some challenges. And I use, because Lydia, you're amazing, and we share things, and Lydia probably has a file for this that she can post on Champion, because all I have is something that I ran off when I took it from her. And she has this keychain thing, and I know you can't see it very well on here, but it's fantastic. And it is a list of 10 things to do for your hostess before you get there. And what I did was, and what she does, I put them on colored paper, just ran them off on the printer, and you cut them up. I laminated them so that, they're going to hang in there for a little bit. But you just clip them and put them on one of those round key rings that you can get, again, at the dollar store. Most of my life comes from the dollar store when it comes to planning parties. You put them on there and you give them to your host. And they say things like, it says, on a bonus gift for each challenge you complete, return the cards to me at your party for your gifts. So one of them says, have one dating before I arrive. Personally invite your guests by phone or in person to your party. Have 10 or more adults. Start your own business by joining my team today. Have 3 guests at your party that I have never met, that you're Tupperware lady. And that's really so important, is to get them to invite people that you don't know, because that gets you out of your circle of friends. If everybody is there that you already know, makes it a little bit harder. One of them's hold the party on the originally scheduled date. Connect with me 24 hours before the party. Get her to call you if at all possible, so that you know she's still excited, so that you can give her. A lot of times when my hosts call me the day before, I'll say, hey, have you talked to everybody? Did you remind them about your party? And they're like, oh, well. And I'll say, listen, call them, remind them the party's at, 7 o'clock tomorrow night, and tell them that I'm bringing free gifts. And by free gifts, I mean like tiny treasures, things like that. And that if they wear purple, or if they wear red, they will get a free gift. That gives her a reason to call them back and remind them. And then if they show up the next day and they don't have that color on, and you can say, well, she called you yesterday, and they can say, no, she didn't call me. And then, she wasn't making phone calls. So, and then have 2 or more, $200 or more in paid outside party orders at your party. So when she completes all of these, you just keep giving her little gifts that go with each one of the things that she completed. If she does all 10, especially the start your own business by joining my team, you give her something a little bigger, because that's okay. But the host has to be having fun before her party. She has to be excited, and the only way she's going to get that way is for you to keep her that way. So that's the main thing, I think, with like the hostess coaching and having fun, is to make sure that you're interactive with your hostesses. Have a relationship with them. If you know she has kids or whatever, when you talk to her, when you call her, don't just say, hey, how's your party going? Be personable. Say, how the kids doing, or how was work, or whatever. Have a little bit of a conversation first. Get that relationship going with them, so that when you show up at their house or when you start your Facebook party, she already knows a little bit about you, and she can say, hey, this lady's a lot of fun. This is going to be great. She's a good time. So that's pretty much my hostess coaching fun.
Does anybody have any questions or comments? While we're waiting, I have one. Not a question, but a comment. I mean, I do a lot of the things that you were saying already, and I think that you're absolutely right about making it fun. I hope that everybody took that so much from this. My favorite thing I wrote down was putting up a sign that says, are you in? That was, when you said to put that in the messenger, that was my favorite. I'm like, oh, a picture. Anyway, I like that. I don't know if anyone else like that.
I give them the keychain when I give them the books and stuff for their party.
Okay.
And if it's a Facebook party, I send it over Messenger so that they get it that way.
Cool. All right. Well, good. I think that's wonderful.
So I said all that, but everybody thank Lydia.
Thank you, Lydia. Thank you, Jenny, for training on it. And let's see if Lydia gives us a PDF form of this. Is that the post the keychain thing? Is that the thing from Lydia, the keychain thing?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay. So we need Lydia. Where is Lydia?
She's on here.
There's
she's
Lydia.
Not allowed to be moving, so she's here.
Lydia, are you going to post that for us?
Of course.
All right. Thank you.
Absolutely.
Love you, Lydia. How's your leg?
It's sore.
Yeah. Sorry.
This keychain thing really, really does work. It helps. I can't tell you how many times I've had datings before the party started because of that. And when I do that, when I'm going through those, I will even, like, if she says, no, I don't have one yet, I go around the room. I look around the room and I'm like, okay, if anybody says yes right now, I'm going to have a party to help our hostess out. She's going to get an extra gift right now. So I count that as well to help her that way, because once you've got that one, you're going to get the second one too, most likely. So.
And somebody just asked if we get the keychain back. I try to get the keychain back because I don't want to make 10 million of them. But like I have 10 million parties, that sounded really good. But I don't really want to make any more than what I've already made. So yeah, people are pretty good about giving them back.
Yeah, I get them back because what I do is I put them on one of our keychains, and then give that to the hostess when I party plan her with a party packet. And then when I'm starting my party, I go through introductions and that whenever, and then I'm going to do that. And I ask her for the keychain, and I read them right. I go through right with everything right there.
Yeah, in front of
I
everybody.
don't
Right?
understand. You guys get the keychain back. They don't get to keep them?
No, what I
keep the
do
keychain,
is I keep
the
that
little
one.
thing. Yeah.
I keep that one, and then I have like a variety of keychains, and I'll like hold them all up, like put them on my fingers, and they can like see them all. And then I let them choose one. And that also helps with your datings as well, because everybody wants those keychains. So they see
So you have
all
one
the
main
different-
keychain, you guys. That's how you do it. Like one main keychain that you use that has the thing on it that you get back, and then she gets to pick which one she wants.
Right. That's what I do.
Is that what you do, Jenny?
It will be now.
Funny. Okay.
Yeah, because
Cool.
you don't want to take those off of there all the time and remake them. So yeah, you want to get those back.
I think someone is it now on the PDF. Is there a picture of what it looks like?
No, but I can add that.
Yes, I think you should add that and post it because we're all visual people, right?
Okay, I can do that.
Yay, and you'll do, and I know that you're not feeling real great, so are you gonna be able to do that within the next 24 hours or no?
Yeah, I'll get it.
Yay, so excited. Okay, alrighty, let's see. It's like the smidget game. They don't get the ones in my box. I have empty ones they can pick from. Like the smidget game. Empty ones in my box. Oh. I don't get it, but it's okay. I'm sorry. Sometimes when I'm reading things, I don't get it. I get it afterwards. Because when I have my smidgets in my box, that's the ones they get. But that's okay. But I could be misunderstanding.
Just one more thing on those. What I do with those too is I have like a bunch of little gifts in that I'm using for those. I put them all in a bowl or a basket or something like that. And then she gets to hold that, and she gets to pick out her gifts as we go through one at a time. So everybody is seeing her get all these gifts, and everybody wants those themselves as well. So it's all geared towards helping you grow your business. So
Perfect. Thank you. Okay, so we're going to switch over now to my segment of video. Okay, so make sure I got everything. Okay, we're good. All right, so thank you, Pam Callahan. So far we've done pickles, and thank you, Jenny, for doing the hostess coaching. Make it fun. But right now we're going to work on staying organized. How do I stay organized? I get a lot of questions on how I stay organized. And I think it's funny because a piece of me thinks I'm not organized. But then I look at it, I'm like, I'm legitimately organized. I mean, I'm not Martha Stewart, but I am pretty organized. So I'm going to tell you some of my things that I do. And I want to tell you a couple things. It seems like I'm going to be in a couple different directions, but it's because I stay organized a couple different ways. And if you have a brain like mine that needs to have a couple different ways to stay organized, that's okay. I've learned that over the years. Or sometimes, someone just asked, does my shirt say I Tupperware? I hate running, but I love dessert. Jeez, darling, you're so silly. So I wanted to tell you that over the years, I've tried many, many, many different ways to be organized. And I used to call different directors. I called Callahan a lot. And I'd say, what do you do to stay organized for this? How do you do this? How do you do that? And I would try all of these ways out to find out what worked for me. And so you guys might do the same thing. And what was frustrating for a while when I had a hot mess of a desk and office all the time was that I thought it had to be one way and only one way. And what I have found over the years is that there's a couple different ways, and I sort of integrate all of them to help keep me organized. And so I hope this helps you, or maybe it just helps you in some ways, but I'm going to show you my ways. So first of all, again, thank you, Pam Callahan. So over the years, she's gotten a lot of my phone calls of, how do you do that? Because I love organization, but as much as I love the digital life, I like things to be organized physically. I like to see it. So I'm a visual person. Number one, how I stay organized is it has to be seen or I don't do it. So I don't like filing cabinets until I'm done with it, okay? So how I stay organized with my parties is I use these envelopes. These envelopes are cheaper if you go to Staples because you buy them at Walmart and you pay a few bucks for a couple of them, but at Staples they're $9.99 for 50 or 100. I'm not really sure which one. So this is my hostess packet. So no, I pack it. So my hostess, like everything. So I have her name up here. I actually a lot of times put the address and the phone number and email. For some reason I didn't on this one. That's okay. I write notes on here so I can see things. I take extra orders. I take the hostess things. But when I go to the party, I take this envelope with me, and I'll open up and show you that inside of it, I have all the door prize drawing slips and the order forms. So I can put like the checks or the money, everything goes inside of here. Everything does. And what I like about this is when I get home, I'm tired after a party, especially if I had to drive and sit in traffic, which is not fun. Actually, I don't mind driving, but I don't like sitting in traffic. But anyway, I get home and I don't want to bring all my bags in. So I want to bring in my envelope, so that doesn't stay in the car, and I want to bring my bag of dirty dishes. And that's all I bring in, and that makes me feel better. So anyway, that night, usually, I get home and I go through the door prize drawing slips first. My door prize drawing slips, yes, I need to change a little bit on them, but I think they're golden. I love that it says, are you on Facebook and may I friend you? And what's your favorite product to talk about? The rest of the stuff is great. You know, do you want Tupperware? Da, 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 da. You can look at this and see. But what I like about those two items is people ask me how I grow my social media. That's how I grow my social media right here, folks. I talk about it. So at the party, I'm asking them to like my page and friend me on Facebook. But I also know that if they say, yes, I can friend them, and yes, they're on Facebook, I instantly go do it that night. And that's how I grow. And then I also look at what they want, what their favorite product was. And I look at pressure cooker. This is Christina's, and she wanted a pressure cooker. I know Christina got a pressure cooker. So, but let's say she didn't. How do I stay organized? Well, I can pull this out and go, oh, look at that. I've got 4 pressure cookers, and the pressure cookers are on sale. They're not. I'm just saying, for example, you know, da, da, da. So, I know how to call them and talk to them about that. So anyways, I stay organized. I hope I don't go all over the place tonight. I'm probably going to, but this is one way, is the envelope system. So it's something you can't see because I kind of have it down here. But what I did when I lived in Ohio in my office, and I really liked it a lot, and I need to integrate that again since I moved, I haven't done this, is you know those things that you put on the wall, they're like clear, and you can like file, they don't have to be clear. Does anybody know what I'm talking about at all? Callie, do you know what I'm talking about? What they're called? File hangers. Is that they're like these plastic containers. You put them on the wall, you put your files in them.
They're like lucite, and they have holes in the back, and they're like hard plastic, right?
Yes, exactly. Hanging files. Yes. Okay, perfect. Yes, they're saying yes. I know.
Yeah, it's like a shoebox kind of thing for files. It's open at the top,
right?
And you can attach it to the wall. It's hard plastic. I don't know what their real name is.
Thank you, Callie. Okay, I'm glad you're saying yes. You know what I'm talking about. Okay, so what I did for a long time is I had 3 of them on my wall. I had one that was labeled parties in progress, like ones that I haven't had yet. So I know when I'm like party planning, so I could take this, oh, we'll go party planning today, da, da, da. And then after I had the party and they weren't closed out yet, I put it in the middle of parties to close or parties that I'm working on. And then when it was closed out, I put them in the last filing cabinet, and it was the follow-up file. And so that's what I need to make sure, like, did I put them in my Tupper Trends? And then in a couple months, I called in for my customer cares. You know, what do you think of your pressure cooker that you ordered that night? You know, or do you need more recipes? Or I had lots of times they say, you know what, I forget how to use it. Well, then we should do a little cooking class at your house, don't you think? So invite some friends over. Here's some recipes to choose from. It's a party, but she's not thinking party, right? And we'll come over and we'll make this recipe. And so that's kind of how I stayed a visual organizer, because I'm a visual person. I got a question. How do you keep the slips organized to follow up with the guests later? Like when there is a sale on pressure cooker. So I've done this a couple different ways, and so you're gonna have to find what works for you. One of the ways is using Excel. If you're any good at Excel, if you're not, use YouTube. YouTube can teach you everything in basic steps. I took an Excel class in college, so I have some of the basic steps, but I also go on YouTube a lot to like remind me. So there's a way of putting like pressure cooker, like the top, let's say top 10 most expensive things in the catalog or whatever. And you can put pressure cooker in their name, and then their pressure cooker is a category. So if pressure cooker's on sale, for example, it's not on sale. I don't know why I'm using it. I think it's just I saw that on the thing. You can pull it up and go, oh, look at all their information. So you can use Excel, or you can use the notebook system, which is basically like a binder. You take a copy of it, and then again, you're not going to keep every single thing in, you know, your products that you want to look up, but the big products you want to. Can you post your slip that asks about the social media? It's already posted, Kendra. Woo-woo for you. It's actually on my Team Spirit website, but I will post it again. But yes. So, okay, that's one way. So I'm going through all my ways, and I'm trying to make it quick and not all over the place. So another way to organize is my planner. And any of you that have watched me or followed me for a while, you know I'm kind of a planner addict. This is my favorite planner so far that I've had in a while, and it's cheap from Target. I have no idea how a cheap one from Target, after I spend as much money as I have on planners, is the one that I like the most. Go figure. But anyways, so I love my planner. I write everything down. It's just wonderful, and Post-it notes. I love that. And I have a follow-up. So this is not a planner, but for me, they live together. This is from Martha Stewart at Staples. You can buy the ARC system, but I like the Martha Stewart because it was prettier and they had more inserts. So this is my notebook system, and you buy the notebook, and they have all these little extra things. Like this is a folder, which I don't know why it's upside down. I just realized it. Oh, it's upside down. Oh. I have my book upside down. That's so weird. How did I never notice that? I've been using this for a while. Anyways, so you have your folder, and you can see like you have your little tabs. And then I have like my orders in another folder. And so you can put these different tabs like to-dos, follow-ups. I haven't done a ton of things in this notebook yet. It's fairly new, but I was doing it with a different notebook, and I just bought this, and I really like it because you can take these tabs out. These all come out. Look. They all come out. And then you can buy this hole puncher that makes these, which I have. I have the hole puncher. And then you can add all of these things in there. Yeah, I'm upside down. What is the deal? How did I do that? I don't know. Anyways, whatever. It's always laying on my desk, so I didn't notice. But you can make these little, and then I have like my little to-do things. This has like business cards in there, so I want to take it with me, and I give you those business cards, I can throw it in there. But this is like a to-do list. And so this just kind of keeps me organized. So I know these two things together are like I live with them, you know? Like, where is that? I'm visual, and I'm sorry if this is losing anybody. Are you opening it from the back? No, I think what I did was I had all my stuff in here all nice and organized. Yes, I opened it from the back. Anyway, that's what I did. Thank you, Patricia. But I'm visual, and so what I used to do is I bought this Erin Condren planner because it had the weekly view. So you see how I use the monthly view, but then there's the weekly view. I don't see the weekly view. If I don't see it, it's not real. That's how I feel. I need to see it. So I bought this. It sits on my desk, and it's like I can put in my own dates. This is Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. It's a place for notes. And so I look at my calendar for the month. I usually do this on like Saturday, Sunday, or Monday. And I'm like, oh, look, I need to do all of these things and write them in my weekly view that I can see. And then I write like what I have to do that day. So if Jenny calls me and says, did you do this? No, I didn't do this. Should I be doing this? Yes, you should be. What day do I need to have it done by? I can write it down here, and it's visual. It's not closed. Usually this is always open because I'm visual. So that's why. So that's what this actually looks like. So my desk, which is very big, is because I have everything open. Does that make any sense? Anybody else visual like me, or am I just talking in circles? Let me know down below in the comments. All right, I think I have, I remember when someone said to me with my 3 calendars was too many to look at. Now look, she has 3. No, no, no. 2 calendars is way too many. I do not have 3 calendars. No, no, no. You had 3 calendars for 3 different things. That's too many to look at, I think. I mean, because it works for you. I'm sorry if it does. I have 1 calendar. I have one that I put like my my notes in, my orders in, you know, things like that, because I can't put that in my planner. And then I have one for my weekly views so I can break it down. So I only have 1 calendar for everything. I only have 1 calendar. Like if you call me for anything in my life, it's on this calendar. It's just these are like my extras to make sure I do them. Because when you look at this big view, you can only have this much space to write in. Sometimes you need to write more things. Okay, visual, yes. Women are very visual. That's why we still do parties. Yes, totally visual person. I love Post-its on my files for things I need to do. Which brings me to my next point, Miss Lindsay. I love Post-its. These keep me very organized. I like different sizes. So you guys can't see this because you're looking at me this way, but all around my computer are different size Post-its of things that I need to do. So I know when I've been a slacker when they're not pulled off. Like right now, I haven't been a slacker. I just keep pulling off and putting more on because I keep remembering things, you know. But on my laptop, when I used to only have my laptop, I had Post-it notes like when you open it up right there next to like the mouse pad where you have your armrest. I'd have all these Post-it notes, and I'm like, oh, these are the things I have to do because I'd remember as I go, you know, I'm like, oh crap, oh crap, oh crap, or I have an idea or a video. I'm like, oh, I don't want to lose that. Let me write that down, you know. And so I had these different Post-it notes. I love them. Don't buy the cheap ones because I find that the ones that are off-brand do not stick. It drives me crazy. And so I'll even press them on my desk sometimes, especially if I'm trying to like visually see something. Yes, Mama Shar, you are very normal. All right, so that's how I stay organized in my office. I don't like paper, so I try to keep out of that. But since we have a couple more minutes, I'm going to show you the other system I have down here. I hope that this is helping everybody and not boring everybody. For me, I love organization stuff. So I have a bag system. I love bags. I like to prep and prepare my bags. So this is my bag for when I go to like my networking events, and it's all ready, prepped and prepared. So when I go to my events, all you have to do is grab my bag and go. So I have my catalogs in here. I have my pens in here. This is where my wallet, so when I change purses, I have my wallet. And then I have a little Post-it note thingy in here I got with little notes. So I have that in here. And then I also have a place to put my business cards. I have a business card holder that I pull out like my wallet to put in all of my different purses when I leave. And so that's just like my bag, you know, for that. This is my book bag for my parties. It's seen better days and I washed it, but I don't care. It's the only bag I will use. I've tried using other bags. How do we go about getting business cards? This is a print, and Anna will talk about that. They have lined large Post-it notepads for sticky note lists. I know, and I've thought about getting them. I might actually get them. This is how I stay organized with my book bag for my parties. I have a folder. I've had this for years. It came from Pam. It looks like it's a hot mess. It's organized. It is. So you open it up, and I have not been able to find a map of California with all of the cities and the, what's it called? The tax rate yet. I've looked. I can't find one. But then I have like my modular mate chart in there. I have my paychecks in there. So I have like just organized stuff in here that I need for my party. I bring my own pens, and not for people at the party because I don't give pens out at the party because it's unsanitary. When I get a pen, I put it in my hair, ear, and mouth, and I don't want you to have that. And if you put it in your hair and mouth, I don't want it back. So these are like my little, you know, and I have Post-it notes inside of here too so that I can make notes at the party. I have my my party planning packets all made up, and I have my info envelopes all made up, and this is how I stay organized with my parties. So I have to fill this out. I actually have some missing. But I only put July and August on here, so this is my little thing, my Tupperware thing. So I put it in a little slip here, and I say, here's my calendar. If it's highlighted, this is how you get the prize or whatever it is I'm giving away. And I pass this around and say, all right, just pull this out of this little thing and put your name and what time you want your party, 6:30 or 7 o'clock. That's the time frames I give them because it works for me. And then they're like, oh, okay. And then I'll have to get my date book out. I don't have to take my planner with me at all because I know this is what I already wanted. And then I have my, what are these called? Lat boards. These are just binders cut off the sides so you can put your lat boards in there and have something hard to write on. And then you can take this in and out as we have like sales and stuff. And I usually get new ones when the school stuff goes on sale, which they're starting to go on sale. So I'm going to go get new ones because mine are a little janky. They need updated. So anyways, that's how I stay organized with bags. Like everything's pre-packed and ready to go so that if something happens and I'm running late or I nap too long, which let's be real happens, then I'm like, crap, I'm all ready to go. I can just like grab and go. And it's just so nice that way. So I like to pre-pack things and have it all ready. And so that's how I stay organized. I think there's a message. If you have any questions about any of that, let me know. Yes, there is. But Anna, you're brand new, so you also get like 50 free or something like that. So we'll go through that because I know you're coming over this week. I love staying packed and ready to go too. Yeah, see, it's just easier that way. So that's how I stay organized. Get a lot of questions on that. Any questions more or comments? I did the bag system too. Yeah, it's easier. I actually have a third bag down here that's for my vendor shows. That's already pre-packed and ready to go. It's just easier that way. Pickles are done. Yay! Really? Don't they have to like marinate for like days?
Well, yeah, but I poured the liquid in them. So
You're not going to eat them right away, right?
oh no, they have to like soak overnight, you know.
Okay, that's what I thought. Okay.
Or marinate is probably a better word, but yeah, they're gonna be good. They're on the menu for this week. I'm excited to see what they taste like.
I'm excited too to see what it tastes like. Do you keep a car bag? I'm struggling with that, Mindy, because no, I don't. But I was just talking about how my car needs to be organized. So my car is not very organized right now. So I want to keep a car bag, but I don't right now. I'm struggling to keep organized and feel like I work on it constantly. Do you set aside time to repack your bags? Yeah, I do, actually. I kind of try to pack them, like overpack them so I don't have to do it all the time. Like in my book bag here, I think I have like 8 or 9 party planning packets and like 10 info envelopes. So unless I have a ridiculously big party, I'm good for a little while. You know, I'm like, oh, because you'll date here and date there and date here and date there. So yeah, I kind of do that. And then there has been times where I'll just sit for like 2 hours and just repack all my bags, and then I'm good for the month. So it just depends on how you do it. I don't like to constantly do it because I won't. Does that make sense? I won't constantly do it. Do you keep your samples and supplies packed as well? Okay, so I'll tell you how I stay organized with that. Right now, I'm not, only because I just got done doing a bunch of different shows, and then we had a sale, and of course, you know, we moved, so I am a little unorganized on that. But what I normally do is as soon as the party's over and everything is done, washed, I pack my stuff back in the bag because I take the kits. Remember I tell you guys that I take the kit to my parties, and so I repack my kit bag so it's all ready to go. That everything's in there, and I put my extra stuff that I always need, like my zest and press. That's part of my kit for me. Like I've expanded my kit, and then I have a bag which is my Stynova bag, which I don't think is in here. I have a Stynova bag that I earned. And that's packed with like my samples and my extras. And that's already packed and ready to go. Normally they're all in there, but the last couple weeks I haven't done that. And so everything's kind of everywhere. I got to redo that. But yeah, I do keep the samples and supplies packed as well. It's just easier that way. I know you're tired when you get home from your party, so don't do it. Thank you, Mouse. That was nice. So don't do it right away. But first thing next morning or whenever you, like that day, the next day when you have time, clean everything up and package it and put it away. You can put it in your car, or you can put it like in your closet or something, and then it's ready. People make a really big deal about packing for parties, and I used to be that people too. And what I found was that if you just stayed ahead of it a little bit, then it really wasn't that big a deal. You know, it was easy. Do you see her? Okay. All right, so we're almost out of time. You know I don't like to be late, right? So any other questions, go ahead and post them. I am going to end the recording. Then we're going to do romper room, and then I'm going to show you what I'm going to give away. So, all right, all of you watching the recording, thank you for watching.
Okay, I want to see Pam's pickles.
Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, okay. Hang on. Let's see the pickles.
I'm coming.
Do you okay, here we go. Yay! Oh, they're cute.
I can't really see.
Yeah. Oh, they look good.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I don't know. I've never made them before, so I would like to put black pepper in there, but maybe I'll just do that at another batch.
Yeah, I don't know. I wouldn't put it in mine, but I think that'd be good for people who like black pepper.
I like black pepper.
Thank you for sharing that. Okay, so all right, we're gonna get the recording.